All right, here we are. We're going live. A little bit early, but we do have a tornado warning in progress. And we do have a storm chaser who's in progress toward that tornado warned storm, which has a couple different couplets on it. Let's move this over to the high res velocity, as you can see there. So Lane City has some rotation, as well as El Campo, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So by the way, good afternoon everyone, and welcome in. We're going to do some weather coverage here at Plains Weather Media, and we're going to be following these storms today. So we've got a new look here using a new radar Omega. This is the first time I've ever used this. So by the way, here's the rotation, Lane City, as well as El Campo. That's what has caused the tornado warning. Let's go ahead and click on it and see. It's a radar indicated warning. Let's see what it says. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near El Campo, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. So this is radar indicated rotation on this storm. So I guess if you're in Lane City, you might want to take cover. It doesn't look like real strong rotation, but of either one of these, but there could be a tornado associated with either one of these couplets here. So we also have Pierce and Mackay, Wharton, Densmore, Lago. Now this one over here by Lago is looking a lot more, the rotation's looking a little bit stronger there. Definitely have some reds. Let me zoom out and see where my radar is here. So it's here by Houston. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. Let's give some. Now you can see the direction that this storm is tracking. It's heading for Houston, which is quite concerning. So we have a tornado warned storm with rotation that is heading toward Houston, Texas, with several towns. So you can see this storm is tracking up this way. You've got Needville, Pleak, and Rosenberg in the path of this storm that is moving north. So I'm going to stay on this for a moment. Exit this out. Having some trouble with my live chaser. Let me see what's going on here. I think I've lost him. See if I can find. I think we got him back now. Let me check that out. Yeah, so this is the chaser that I'm using his stream today. His name is Scott Peak. He's a veteran storm chaser, one of the best in the country actually. And I'm partnering with him today to track these storms near Houston. Now he was north of Houston. This tornado warned storm is actually south of Houston. So let me click off that. Let's get back to transition over here to our radar. I'm going to get out of this altogether. There, I can zoom out. Feeling my way around. So Scott, he was north of Houston. This tornado warned storm is south of Houston, but it's heading toward Houston, Texas. Plenty of moisture today. Very good wind shear. Lots of potential. Okay, sorry everyone, that storm went tornado warning and I wanted to jump right into that, so let me say hi to some people in the chat here. Mr. Twister, good to see you. I think Mr. Twister is live as well. Chris's Weather, good afternoon. Good to see you, Chris. Stimpy, great to see you. Teed Rimmer, way to go. Subbed and stoked for this. Good job, Teed Rimmer. Thank you for that. Peachy Loves, good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Zen Jen, how are you doing? Hope everything's well with you. Virginia. And some of the regulars there. So, thanks for joining. By the way, Merry Christmas. Getting a shot of coffee here. I had to cough almost. Excuse me. So welcome in, guys. We'll also be looking at the models a little bit today as we go throughout the day, because there is some potential for some storm chasing by yours truly, and maybe later on this week. We're kind of eyeing, Team McKinney's kind of looking at some weather for Saturday. So let's go ahead, and since we're talking about it real quick, let's take a quick bump over there. So we might have Alex got a couple storm chasers actually here in the weather studio, the makeshift weather studio right now. We've got Alex Reese still here with us today, and we also have Freddie McKinney here. So we're just so those guys, Freddie and Alex, were planning to go down today for the chase, but have a little bit of illness going on. Of course, Christmas was going on, so they took a little time out. But we might be making our way down there. Also, potentially Mike Delane, he might be going as well. So we might have a little bit of a Team Nebraska, Team South Dakota thing going on as the week goes on. And one of the things that will, let's make sure I'm what I want to be on for that would be, I think it would, let's try this. Let's go here. That. Go there. So this is one of the things what likely will get at least a few of us out on the road. It's a long trip down, as you can see, from Nebraska down to Dixie, but nonetheless, this enhanced risk with 30% hatched area is likely going to get some storm chasers out, even though it's a long ways down. Okay, switching back over, transition. Let's see how our storm is doing. The storm is continues to track fairly rapidly northeast toward Needville. Now the couplet toward Needville is looking still holding together, so we might have a tornado there. So Needville, you need to be paying attention. I anticipate that this storm will probably get tornado warned, I'm guessing. And that would be heading out towards Needville, Fairchilds, Pleak, Rosenberg, and Kendleton. take a heads up there, because this storm is definitely moving your way and also towards Houston. So let's take a look at it on the reflectivity side of things and see what's going on. So it's definitely a supercell. And let me go ahead and animate that. Actually, potentially a few storms here that could ramp up. If you look at these down south here, you've got these storms following down here. They're going to continue tracking on up the road northeast toward Houston, toward Galveston, Texas, and that area. So we got to keep an eye on this stuff. Definitely some potential for some weather. Okay, so Stimpy says hi, Alex and Freddie. Zenjen, Team McKinney Chase would be fantastic. Yep, that would be pretty cool. Yep, Chris says Saturday's looking like a big day. Saturday is definitely starting to ramp up. Okay, so just really keeping an eye on that. So let's move on up here to the north of Woodlands. And what did I lose here, Chaser? Looks like my Storm Chaser is, he's not running. Storm Chaser today is Scott Peak. Not exactly sure where his location is because he is not running the spotter network today. And the last I had contact with him, he was in Conroe, which is up here to the north. I'm thinking he's moving south now, but I'm not exactly sure where he is. Hopefully we'll find that out at some point. Okay, back to our weather scene here. Teed Rimmer says that El Campo cell dropped a brief pretty cone. Great visual on Twitter. Okay, that's pretty cool. Did you happen to retweet that? Teed? Maybe we can check that out. Okay, so they've dropped the tornado warning, thankfully, for those in the Sugarland vicinity. But this storm down here by Wharton. Okay. All right, thanks, Teed. I will check that out. Let's see if I can pull up my X, and let's see what we got here. So apparently the storm, there it is. Oh yeah. All right, so let's see if I can, there we go. So here's a look at the storm. This was sent in by Teed Rimmer, and here is the tornado. This tornado was near El Campo. It's a large cone. You can definitely see it here. Looks like it was on the ground, and that was near El Campo. So let's take a transition back here to the radar, and let's go to look at El Campo. So what we're going to do, let me pull up my radar. So here's El Campo right back here. We're going to switch this back over to go to velocities. Let's get on a better radar maybe. Let's see what radar are we on. I guess we're on, here we go. Now we're on velocities. El Campo. I'm going to increase the frame rate here. Let's go back 21 frames. Now let's click on it. There it was right there. So you can see at El Campo, you definitely can see the rotation does not look that strong. Let's see if we can advance it just a little, right there. Whoops, hold on. Okay, can't get it to freeze, but anyway, as it went through El Campo, that's what the rotation looked like, and there's the tornado. Super. Wow, thanks, Teed, for that update. Definitely a tornado. Looks to be on the ground, especially since you can see looks like just some little bit of debris around it, just maybe some vegetation debris around that tornado right now. So that was it earlier today at El Campo, Texas. But that storm has lifted now, and now it's up by Wharton. And that's the same one that got tornado warned. So I'm going to change the frame rate down to 14. Yeah. Yep. That is one of the first tornadoes we've seen now in a while. Gotcha there, Zen. But look here, still got some nice couplets on these storms down here now. Quite a bit south. Let's look at the reflectivity down in this area. Lost track of it. I might just go dual screen for a second here and get a visual. So you got one over here by Danziger. So you got some rotation over here by Danziger. Probably saying that. Probably not pronouncing that very well, but Danziger. That's just an interesting name. Let's go ahead and stop it right there. Let's go back to high-res velocity. Right there, there's a little couplet, something to keep an eye on. Here we go. Let's see, let's change our color. Now, here's our storm right here. Here's Danziger, and here's the rotation. Right now, we got a little bit of a definitely got some rotation right here. Okay, so let's go back to our chaser and see what he's up to, see if he has anything. So maybe we can catch a town. I saw a sign go through there. Maybe I'll send him a text and see if I can get a location for him currently. Our chaser today is Scott Peak. He's a guy, if there's a tornado, you can usually find one. He's a great storm chaser, great guy. We've had him here at the house a time or two. Um, just keeping an eye on this storm right here by Dansinger. There's no ing. It's Danciger. Yeah. So things have tamed down a little bit right now. There's currently no warnings. Let's check our alerts. What's going on up here to the north? See this little storm right here? That's about all we got on the current focus transition over here. Things are relatively calm at the moment. Suppose as the day goes on, this section in here is going to compress as this moves east, because we've got the Gulf of Mexico here, so there's not a lot of real estate. Now these storms up here still look pretty good as well, pretty strong. Let's look at this one right here real quick on the reflectivity. There you go. This one up by Cold Spring. It's like a strong, pretty strong storm. At least it has some rotation on it. Why don't we go, let's do this. Let's do the Spectre tool. Not so much negatives, but we definitely have some winds in the vicinity there. Let's see, let's go ahead and flip this over to reflectivity. So there's our storm, 50 dBZs, and just a strong storm. So I guess generally want to look at maybe some echo tops here at the moment. So let me see if I can find that. Kind of working my way around. This radar Omega is brand new to me, so I'm so this storm at Conroe has tops of 44,000 feet. It's a pretty good sized height for a storm. Watching these down here as they come up. I want to kind of take a look here now at the see if I can 2D, 3D. Let's take off the inspector tool. And what happens if we split? Nope. Just trying to look at these from, it's back to 2D. Anyway, I'll have to play with that some more. See what we got there. Still some rotation up here by Laurel Hill. Let's see if we can inspect this here. Okay, so we got some rotation on the storm. But it's kind of getting a little far out from the radar there. Let's see if we can find something, excuse me, any closer. Uh-oh. We have a visitor. We have a visitor in the weather studio.
She's going to try to jump, but look who it is.
Set her down, set her down.
It's Nola.
Set her down.
But I need to take her out to use the restroom.
You gotta take her out? Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to show her.
She's just getting up from a nap. This is Nola. Nola the storm chaser. Oh, get up here where we can see it. There we go. There we go.
All right, let me
say
take
hi.
Her.
Hi. Okay.
All
right, Nola. Good job.
Let me take her. Good girl.
There we go. We had a special guest here at the weather booth. Let's try the Shreveport. Let's see here. Kind of just, since we got some time, just kind of looking around to see. Really, here's the action right down here right now. Coming through Houston. Things are fairly quiet at the moment. Some of these storms have some nice little curls to them, so that shows some potential. Yes, that was Nola. Glad you got to see her. She's adorable, but I know she looked pretty tame at that moment, but believe me, she has tons of energy. Looking at this, let's change the look to, let's go the blue, but you can see the curl here, kind of matches the curl over here. Some of these storms that are out in front of this line are isolated, and if they can get stronger, they can have some potential for today. This one right here is definitely getting very strong by Kendleton. It's definitely strengthening on reflectivity. But just not a lot of big action at the moment. Let's see what our storm chaser's doing. Doesn't look like he's got anything particularly to show for at the moment. So why we have no at the moment, we don't have any warnings that I can see. Things are pretty quiet, just have some strong heavy rains and maybe some wind associated with some of these at the moment. So things are kind of calm, which is good. So we'll take a moment read a few things in the chat, see what's going on. Zen Jen says puppies love everything that can be nibbled on, even if it shouldn't be. We had a cat that gnawed on TVs. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, this little guy Nola, he's really this little gal, sorry, she's a girl. She's chewing on a lot of things, but we're going through training period right now. Okay, so while we have a little break, let you watch the chaser, and I'm going to pull up some things for some models. Let's see, let's go to looks like Scott, just looking at his stream a moment here, he's pulling over for something. I think he's just maybe going to take a break, or he's turning around going the other direction. We'll just keep an eye on that. But here's yeah, there's our chaser right there. There's our chasing pair today, so give you a look at them. Looks like they're having fun right now. Scott Peak and his friend, and I can't remember her name, I'm sorry, but we'll check back with them later. Wanted to look at so here's what we have going today. Enhanced risk for today. We've got a tornado, 10% hatched for tornado right down in that Houston area. That's what we've been covering, so we're waiting to see if that materializes today. Looks like there's very good parameters. Not sure how long this will last. I want to zoom down here, just take a quick peek. Anyway, we'll see how long that lasts. So there's our tornado parameters that extends clear out into Louisiana, touches a little bit in southern Arkansas, and then of course eastern Texas. And that is for today. Now, let's move over to, this would be Saturday. So Saturday we're looking at an enhanced risk for storms over in Louisiana, Mississippi, touching Alabama. So we're going to see how that materializes. Yep, that's right, Zen. There is a 10% for Houston. No. Going to unmute.
What do you need? I just need to get this.
So we have some stuff going on here in the weather house. There's a new chair under construction, so let's look at the models here. So let's go back to the 18Z. Actually, let's start with today. We're looking at the Triple R.
Just hand it to me. I'll
Jump back to the 18Z. And that's what the Triple R is showing for today. By the way, Freddie, did you see the tornado?
Alex showed me the tornado, but
On Twitter?
yeah. Did you look at it?
I did.
Don't pull it up on. Don't pull it up on stream.
Why?
Because it's copyrighted.
The picture?
Yeah. No, just don't pull things up like that on stream. But
Okay.
I did see it though. It's a decent
Well.
tornado there. What's up, everybody? Court the Brave. She's not a mod.
The Brave? It's not a mod. Well, we'll fix that. Hold on a second here. Let's see. There you go, Court. Good to see you, Court the Brave. Been a while. Welcome in. So anyway, 18Z for Triple R is in. And we're just looking at eastern Texas. Look how this is getting. This is by 7 o'clock. Just very tight real estate down here. It's just all right along. Looks like Houston, Texas, and this whole area down in here is just. That's where the action is going to be. So. Okay, subbed. Thank you. So that's the action for the rest of the day. Let's look at the real quick. We're going to check the parameters. Just look at the SIG-TOR. Boy, looks good. Just right in there. See that, Alex? By the way, I got Alex here with me. Alex,
Hey everybody.
can you pop in and say hi?
Yeah, hello everybody.
That's Alex Riesel, the man himself.
Hope you guys had a great Christmas.
Yeah.
Heading into the new year here. Except for today. That is for today, isn't it? Yeah.
So Alex is looking at chasing, and that's what we're going to be looking at. Let's go ahead and zoom out to, if it'll make it, yeah. Well, out to noon. Out to noon on Saturday. That's the Saturday look.
Usually, yeah. And that's going to continue eastwards, so I'm sure as more data comes in, it'll show
So
that.
sorry we don't have a shot of Alex running today, but we just don't have enough room to get
Yeah.
him on the camera.
Yeah, no, not quite.
We're
not
going to
quite
try
enough.
to turn him loose outside a little bit so he can burn off some of that energy. We're going to hook him up with the puppy, and
Yeah.
they
Maybe Saturday the run. Maybe Saturday.
Yeah, there you go.
Saturday.
we need a little bit of it. I need a little of that as well, a little bit of that running as well. So yeah, good to see. So Chris says hi, Alex. Court
Hey,
the
Chris.
Brave. Hey, you, Alex.
Hey everybody.
And super. Welcome. Let me look at the reflectivity. So let's look at this model, see if it goes out for Saturday. This would be Nam Nest for Saturday. Yeah, it makes it out. So that's kind of what, well, that's what we're seeing for Saturday. Let's check the parameters. Supercell composites for today. Again, nice tight area down here around Houston, Texas. And that's going to work its way overnight and end up on Saturday. Plenty of supercell composites for Mississippi, Louisiana, Mississippi. So Storm chasing in the Delta. We'll see what that's all about. Okay. Yeah, I think Freddie and Alex will make it down. Potentially Mike might make it down. I'm not sure I'm going to make it down, but thinking about it a little bit. Just have to see how things pan out. What else can I pull up here? You got these guys. Okay, how about radar, chasers, Google? What else can we look at? Let's kind of look and see what's causing this. So I'm gonna go out to NAM. Let's go to the Continental. Let's see what the trough action is doing for us. So this is what's even giving us an opportunity today to do what we're doing. That's by this trough. So finally the trough is hanging out down here near the Gulf, picking up some moisture, giving us some wind shear. This is the 500 millibar wind speeds. As this little ejection moves on, we have another part of the trough working its way over on Saturday, and that's what is creating this severe weather down here in Mississippi, in that region. Yeah, there might be a thing. Is it working? Okay. All right, so might be big chase day on Saturday. We'll see. If it materializes, it could be two vehicles. Perhaps it'll be Alex and Freddie in a vehicle, Mike and John in a vehicle, and we'll just see what happens there. Maybe we can go down and dominate the storms. That would be awesome. I really like chasing down south. I like chasing in Mississippi. It's one of my favorite places to chase, actually. But it's tough chasing, very challenging. Lots of trees, lots of, but there's usually some very good northeast tracking storms down there. So we'll see how that materializes. All right, let's check in with our let's take a quick peek at our chasing duo. There they are. They look like they're having fun. Okay. See, storm chasing can be fun. At least you need to make it fun if you're out there chasing. But it's more fun when you actually see something. Alright, so let's get over to radar now and see what in the world is going on the radar. And transition over there. Just looking kind of quiet right now. Looking kind of quiet. Now look at this storm right here by Spring. It's getting a little bit of a hook on it. These right in here. So let me see what they're doing on velocities. Nothing real great, but on reflectivity, especially this one, it's dual pane, so I can kind of take a look here by Spring, just south of Spring. Oh, that's the chair. I kept thinking, man, is UPS here or something? And I keep thinking, there's a truck out there. So the chair is here. I might have to pull one of these guys, one of these subs into the weather seat here while I check out the chair. But now we got the puppy in the background, which is fine. Boy, that's...
Wow.
Is that the chair? It's amazing.
Yeah.
There's a little isolated storm down here by Old Ocean. Look at this one down here. It's got some rotation. Just want to do some personal checking on that. Might just be some radar contamination, but it does look like that could develop into something.
Keep an eye on that one.
Well, a little isolated deal down here with a little bit on it. Nothing. These up here, actually.
Something coming into Houston with some rotation there.
Down here.
No, up in Houston.
Oh yeah, going through Houston. This one right here.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
got a little
one.
couplet on it.
Yeah, it does. Right there at Hunters Creek Village. Well, look at this one up here too. I like I just like the curls on those.
How do you get rid of that?
You click on it right there.
Okay. But yeah, that's looking interesting there, but nothing
These up
too
here are
pressing.
curling around a little bit, but just not a lot to write home to mother about at the moment. So got a
Yeah.
big glob up here that's got some wind in it. I might have to have one of you pop in the chair while I check out the chair. Look at,
There's a microphone there, but they got the
oh, look at this one. South of Houston. Got a little rotation. Let me check that out real quick. Okay. We're just digging for something here at the moment, so nothing's really happening. Had a few storms fire up early. Just not a lot out there. Let's go to our chaser here. Now we got some little road action, but nothing out there on the chase vehicle as well. Did you hear the squeaky toy, Chris? Yeah, we have lots of dog toys and excuse me. Lots of dog toys and treats. So we just kind of have to hang out here a little bit because right now not a lot of action Our chasers are just kind of sitting and waiting for stuff to fire. By the way, just joining in, our chaser today is Scott Peak. Very experienced storm chaser, one of the best, maybe the best, I think. Definitely one of the best in the country. And he's graciously letting me use his stream today, partnering with him. So I'm blessed to have him for my chaser today. So we're going to follow him along. If something happens, if he gets on it, we're going to bring it to you here live with some analysis along with it. So right now, while things are just kind of light, I think I'm going to step out for a second. Hold on here, see what the radar down here shows. Anything, any of these new ones coming up. Got some storms forming down here, but it's mostly just right around Houston. There's one going right through Houston. What's that? Yeah. Still nothing. So what do we got? Zen. Yep, they like to attack things, Zen. They definitely do. The squeaky toys gives them that feeling. Let's go ahead and go to velocity, reflectivity, split the screen and kind of match this up. So this storm down here, right here, maybe that's got some rotation. South of Houston, this storm here. Let me check this out. Yes, this is showing some rotation down in this area right here. This storm down here south of Houston. Keep an eye on that one right there. Maybe a little bit of a merger. The storm down here on the south, we'll kind of watch it. Let's see what it's doing as it comes up. Exhibiting some rotation. I'm going to go to take it off split. Storm is it this one? It's this one up here, these down here. This one right here at the moment. Alright, so we're just going to kind of leave it at this for a moment so we can watch The storm at Manville, getting some inflow, but nothing too super. Wow. So the footage, El Campo, I'll have to check that out a little bit later. So I'm going to do this. Let's go back to single frame. Just going to let you watch that for a moment. And I'm going to step out for a second. By the way, this was a Christmas present. How do you like that? Lightning bolt. Nice addition to the weather lab. I wonder if I could just put that right here for now. Nope, set it right here. So I'm going to step out for just a minute and leave you with the radar. I don't see anything happening. Let me just zoom out a little more, double check. Nope. So we're going to step out, maybe get some fresh coffee, and be right back. It's quiet right now out there, so there's nothing exciting to talk about. So I'm just
Oh my gosh. That thing was strong.
Really? That happened down there?
Did. Let's see who's all on here. Hey guys, I think my dad went to take a break or something. I don't know what he's doing at the moment, but
He is.
I'm gonna just go ahead and switch this over to the chaser feed for the moment. I don't know where they're going, but good to see everybody in here. I'm sick currently, so I'm just trying to get over the sickness right now before Saturday. So I'm just trying to do what I can, but just wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas. Everybody in there. I see Court the Brave and Senjen, Chris, Stimpy. Good to see you guys. I think Saturday, very likely we will be back out chasing, so just a heads up there. But just gonna do what I can to fight off this cold before then, because I don't really sound super great at the moment. So, but yeah, but good to see everybody in here. Looks like thankfully it doesn't actually look all too crazy at the moment. Let's see what we have going on. I haven't really been looking at radar here, but I'll do a quick little analysis here of the situation. I don't know where my dad went, but looks like we have supercell up here by Livingston, Texas, just off
South of Houston.
US 59. Another supercell here just south of Cleveland, Texas. I've been in Cleveland and Kingwood there. And some miniature supercells, quite a few honestly, in and around Houston. We have one here. You can see it's got that classic shape to it with that little notch right there. South of Houston, you say? Alex says there's good rotation south of Houston, so we'll go ahead and switch over to velocities here and see if we can find that. I see Sugarland. Is that what you're talking?
No, Meridiana.
Meridiana.
So it would be also near.
Little couplet sort of trying to form near
southwest
Iowa
of
Colony.
Pearland.
Right here. It doesn't look.
Yeah, it looks a little bit different on that.
Looks kind of like. Yeah, it's trying to develop there. Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, so it is trying to. It does look different for some reason, but broad circulation here south of, in between Cleveland and Kingwood there, and then looking at this cell out by Beaumont, actually might be interesting here. Reflectivity, not a whole lot on velocities at the moment, but that is a pretty discrete storm there at the moment. We've got our expert storm tracker here, Nola, here in the house. Nola, what are you thinking about this storm here near Beaumont, Texas? What do you think?
She's watching it closely.
I don't know. I don't think she's thinking a whole lot about it, but she's probably wondering why she's being dangled over a computer right now. But everybody say what's up to Nola. Nola's in the house, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on the storm here by Beaumont, Texas. Obviously, the storm here between North Cleveland and Kingwood. This one up by Livingston as well, and then there's just a bunch of miniature supercells. But at the moment, things are looking pretty tame. Things are looking pretty tame, which is good to see here. But just to remind you guys, it's only 3:22 p.m. here. This threat is going to persist, I'm going to imagine, up to midnight, maybe beyond midnight. So this is going to be a pretty long duration event here. Could always look at one of these airport radars to get a little bit of a different look at some of these storms in the Houston area. Look at the velocities here. Yeah, just nothing, nothing all that crazy at the moment, but this stuff can change very, very quickly. Like the flip of a switch, things can really start to take off, and who knows, these storms back here to the west of Bay City. Shout out Bay City. That's where Connor and I, we stayed at a hotel in Bay City for Hurricane Beryl. So this is where we intercepted Hurricane Beryl, was right here. But take a look at our velocities here again. That's a little bit too far out to really look at that. That's a little couplet there by Danziger, I don't know. West Columbia. I'm bad with these names here. Damon, Guy. What a town. What a town. Doesn't look very impressive on reflectivity, but there's definitely a couplet there, and some of the stuff might not have to look all that impressive to drop tornadoes today. So
I might try a couple more new ones.
But at the moment, like I said, things are not looking all that pressing. We have a lot of broad circulations. I'll go ahead and just highlight all the storms that we're keeping an eye on here. I was going to chase today with Alex, but Alex came down yesterday. He started feeling sick. I started feeling sick. Everybody started feeling sick, and it didn't look all that great today. Or at least yesterday didn't look as good as it does today. So ended up deciding not to chase. So we're going to try it again on Saturday, but let's go ahead and see. Is this the... But yeah.
Review, though.
Oh, wait, yeah, we're not even switched. Sorry, guys. We're not even on the radar. I'm showing you guys all this stuff, and you can't even see what I'm looking at. So this guy's not telling me what to do, so that's why things are... Right. But yeah, we're watching this storm right here. There's another one kind of on the north side of Houston. We're keeping an eye on that one. This one's kind of piquing my interest way out east. A bit of a prefrontal. Got to keep an eye on that one. This one up here to the west of Woodville. We're keeping an eye on this guy up here as well. And then, of course, we have all this new stuff to the southwest of Houston as well. That's going to be later on. But in the near term, it's going to be more of this stuff on the northeast side of Houston, but I think later on we could be dealing with some of these cells down by Bay City could become a little bit more intense as they track up towards the Houston metro area. But
This might be another hour or two down the road. So we'll,
yeah, so I'm gonna let my dad get back into the driver's seat here. This is not my channel, this is my dad's channel, so I'm gonna let him. But it's good seeing everybody. It is great seeing everybody there. Merry Christmas, and excited to see you guys soon. We'll probably be doing a member stream tomorrow. So
There you go. Thanks, Freddie, for stepping in there a little bit and giving us some, keeping us going and giving us an update there. I'm right now, since things are relatively quiet, not a lot to report. Go ahead and look at these a little closer out here, out in the front. Clean air is what I call it. Let me see if I got a better radar. Do we have a different radar? Let's try this radar here. That's kind of contaminated. Actually, this one, Lake Charles. Yeah, these storms out here, they could do something. At the moment though, everything is just pretty relatively quiet, so no big no big storms at the moment. Just kind of watching it like a hawk right now. But so what I might do is, since we don't have anything happening, I might just go ahead and end the stream, and then if things get a little bit stronger, come back in, you know, especially if we got some severe warnings, tornado warnings and so forth. We'll come back in right now, but I think for now we're just going to sign off for a little bit and just keep an eye on it. So appreciate everybody joining us for now, and we'll let you know if something goes crazy. We'll jump back on later on today. So you guys just stay safe out there, and appreciate you joining us.